question is,
please ask.
the day your wife, what's your wife's name? Sorry, Afiba. The day Afiba was traveling to see Andrew, did she tell you she was going to see Andrew in Port Harcourt or Aba or Abuja or anywhere?
Well, okay. Here's the thing. When Afiba travels to another country, she tells me, so of course, she consults me, I'm going to this country, what do you think about this, what do you think about that, and I tell her, oh, this place is this way, this place is, what are you taking with you, how long are you staying? So we do a study, all right? And then she travels to the country. And every time she's traveling from a state to another, she tells me about it. This is a totally different thing. I've never experienced this with her. I've never experienced this with her. And I'm not defending Afiba. I want to know if she's alive or not. And she and her and Selin. That's what we want to know, to be honest with you.
I know.
But what I want to say, my wife would leave Dubai for 1 million naira. Like, for real? Like, I send her money every month, and Karen sends his girlfriend money every month. Not every month, even in the same month, every 1, 2, 3 weeks, whatever. Whenever they need, we send. And we are both working, and we are both non-African citizens. So if these people are saying that these girls are hookups, please, the public and the police doesn't know who's involved in this case. They thought, oh, they're just another 2 Nigerian ladies. I said before, Afiba has 2 degrees. She has a business in Nigeria, in Ghana. She's not a rich person, you know, but she's making it through life. That's what I can say. So if you tell me, how much is 1 million naira even? Like $600? I'm sorry to say, but it's not even a flight ticket. If their private part is worth only 1 million, which means each of them is 500,000. That's why when I heard the case since day one from Commander Oracle from the Aba state, he called me. He said, Andrew is saying that your wife, listen to this. He said your wife asked for 1 million naira, and then Andrew said it's too much. He cannot pay for it. And then Afiba said, you know what? We are going to say that you kidnapped us because you won't give us the 1 million naira. And then this happened. Now, Andrew, the same person, comes again and sends us another conversation with Selin saying that, oh, that your wife, oh, she requested for that amount and he didn't agree and it was too much. And then later they got angry and they left his house. They left your house without their purse. They left your house without their passports. They left your house without their money. How? How did they leave your house without all these things? What did they use to take a keke or walk or whatever? What did they use? He's a liar. Alive. He's alive. This guy is alive. We requested today for the 2 people to go and check his identity. Nobody allowed us to do that. Nobody allowed us to go to the mortuary because this man's body doesn't exist there. It's not there. I can tell you.
Harrison confirmed he saw the body.
Ma'am, he saw the body. It could be just someone else lying down, putting some, color, the red color on his this thing shirt. He saw the body. Did you see the face? We
identified the similarities of what Harrison saw. Ben also confirmed because Andrew did a video call with Ben whilst he was with the police when he was driving.
It's true, all of this, but I can tell you one thing. The police is very smart, and this Andrew is very smart. They could just switch the shirts. They can do anything. It doesn't take them, like, this proof is nothing. Until I put my 2 fingers on his neck, and I see that there's no nerve. His heart is not beating. I would never believe that this guy is dead. Because the Aba police, obviously, they're just ridiculous. I've been calling them, speaking to them, trying to do my best, and they tell me, oh, you know what, Selin might be playing pranks on us, and she just came on Snapchat, and none of that is true. None of that is true. She has never been online, and none of that is true. So they were even favoring Andrew all this time. He had his phone in the cell, he was well fed, he was well groomed, he was well dressed, and he was doing whatever he wants. And he was watching all the allegations against him, and he was creating a compelling story to the public so he can flee from it. That's why I'm saying All of this is a lie. Andrew has created a scenario in his head. He's a psychopath. The way he laid the ladies, the way he laid my wife. I know how my wife sleeps, actually. This is an abnormal. She's not lying normally. She's not lying normally. Yeah. Why is her breast covered with the wig? This is really on purpose. It's scripted. It's scripted. It's like a movie. Why is the nakedness of the ladies not showing in the video? Neither of them. The body is perfectly positioned that it covers Selin's body and it covers her body too. Which means he knows he's sending this video to the public. And he knows that this video if it's published on Facebook or Instagram, it would be taken down because of nudity. So he covered these things. So this would always be on social media and would never be taken down. These are not only assumptions you're making. The very first assumptions we made since day one were all right. 95% of the assumptions we made about Andrew since day one, myself and Selin's boyfriend, were 90% right. We are not saying we are smart, we are not saying we are investigators, but we just think logic and we want to say the truth. So what has been happening now, there's a lot of dragging, there's a lot of delaying in times, there's a lot of non-taking actions. I want to bring two things before I close this call. Two things. First, if that Andrew is saying that they left his house, who was viewing my messages sent to my wife? Who was blue ticking me? Blue ticking means viewed the message, read the message.
Reading it, yeah.
I was sending my wife messages. He was viewing the messages and he was never replying. He was never replying the messages. And that was until he was arrested on the 8th of May. That guy stopped viewing the messages. The day he was arrested, she went offline forever. He was the one checking everything. He was playing. He was trying to create a compelling.
Yes, he had their phones.
I'm an engineer. And I can tell you two things from all this case. It doesn't add up. First, you can change your IP address without going to another location. You can change your location of where I am now. I could literally put myself in America. Second thing, this car is an E2020 220 Mercedes-Benz 2017. That car doesn't have the technology which is called MBUX of Mercedes, which has facial recognition. That car doesn't have it. It's the low model of Mercedes. It's not the S-Class. It's the S-Class and the Maybach that has these options. It doesn't have it. And these people lied. They said, oh, they had to put him in the seat so that the car would recognize him. I'm sorry to say, it's a lie. It's a complete lie. I'm telling you this. This technology doesn't exist in 2017 in Mercedes cars, especially this model.
We believe you.
Going back to the other thing, he was creating a compelling story to the public because he knew that what he has done. All right. So we want to know the dates that he sent these messages. And he said, oh, when can you come to this? And then there's that 1 million naira, whatever. We want to see the dates because he could have used their phones, chatted himself from Selin's phone, replied the message, chatted himself again, replied the message.
I agree with you.
Look at the time.
Possible. I agree with you.
Look at the times. These minutes, it's just in the same minute he's replying. And those are not replies of Selin. I spoke to her family, I spoke to her boyfriend. She doesn't reply that way. That's an English reply from an English man. That's not a Nigerian lady's reply. Okay. Nigerian ladies reply a certain way. This is a clearly English reply. He was the person doing all this. And let him bring it up. Let him bring it up. I'm very sure that a lot of things we don't know about Andrew, but I can really assure you, he wants us to see what he wants us to see. He is creating a story and he's showing us what he wants us to see. He's preventing us from seeing the truth. So back to the 6-day whatever journey, police was outside of his house, and they stood up about like 8 hours trying to enter from the building from the top. And he said, if you break the door on me, I will shoot myself. Why would you want to shoot yourself if you don't know that you did something so bad that would take you 50 years in prison to recover from it? Why is the public not asking all these questions? Why is the public not asking all these questions? We have to wake up. This is a full story. It's a made-up story. This guy is a criminal. He's been doing this for a lot of ladies, and he's been covering up. All his neighbors have to be questioned. All his neighbors. The CCTV camera in that state has to be even tracked. There's a CCTV camera in the state where the compound he's in. All that needs to be tracked. All that needs to be tracked. Why is his house bulletproof? Why is the police not asking all these questions? This guy knows what he's doing very well, and he's been prepared for it. Then the video that my wife sent shows two pillows on a chair, and it's like that someone was making himself comfortable, and you could see pieces of plastic broken on the ground, which means some struggling was happening there. Some struggling was happening there. The person who asked me to get 2 million naira, or like send 2 million naira to him, was Darlington, which is the boyfriend of Blessing, and Blessing is the friend of Afiba and Selin. And he was always calling me twice or thrice a day, asking me not to mention his name into all of this. So why did he ask me for that? I'm very sure he has very good connections. I don't know if he's a politician. I don't know his family name, but I can get all these details. I was pressured a lot to send this amount so he can send the squad to the to Aba or whatever it is, and they can take custody of Andrew. And he said that he has contact with the IGP people. And I said, all right, if this will bring my wife in selling, I'm ready to do that. Mate, tell you, after he transferred the money, he was pressuring me to not mention his name and not mention and bring his name in this. He was always constantly calling me, please don't bring my name in this. I don't know who's involved in this. This could be bigger than me and you. I don't know why Blessing left and fled from Port Harcourt to Abuja. This Darlington and this Blessing has to be questioned. Why did Blessing flee from Port Harcourt to Abuja when the police asked her to come and give her statement? Why did she flee there? When Andrew was in custody on the 7th of May, on the 8th of May, I'm sorry, he was held on the 8th of May. Why did she write unknown criminal when that guy was in custody? He was in custody.
And he used
that paper was published on the 10th of May. The allegation was published on the 10th of May. How, and Andrew was on the 8th May held with the police. How did you write unknown person? Why would you do that? You know who's the guy. You know his name. You know his family name. You know everything. And the IGP in Nigeria, how would they publish something where it's written on it unknown? I want to ask this question. How would you publish a whole allegation against an unknown person?
And the guy was already in the police custody in another state, and they are writing a petition to Abuja, and they are putting unknown as if no arrest has been done. I'm getting what you're saying.
I want to ask you a question. Let's be reasonable here, okay? Let's be reasonable. How would you ever think the police can catch an unknown person? It's like
they intentionally didn't put his name or what?
Who's the criminal? Sorry, you just tell who's the criminal, and you tell him, oh, it's called X. The criminal is X. We don't know who the criminal is. How is the police going to be able to do this? So this allegation doesn't stand. This allegation doesn't stand. It doesn't make sense. And it was all false and fake in front of the two families to show that, oh, she's doing things. I really believe myself and the families that this Blessing has something to do, and she knows more than what she's portraying.
Do you know Blessing very well? Do you know Blessing's full name? Do you know anything about Blessing?
I don't know Blessing very well. I don't know Blessing very well. To be honest with you, I've been warning my wife since I met these two ladies that, listen, these two ladies, I mean, Selin is, I mean, I don't know them, you know, I don't know them. So I just say, please stay away of these people. Please stay away of these people. And this is just something from, you know, I'm trying to protect her. That's all. I don't know them. I don't have anything against them. I don't have a stereotype in my mind. But please stay away. Don't trust here. Don't do this. Oh, they are not like that and this and that.
I know that you hate me.
Okay, baby, I love you. Let me tell you the truth. I'm already married, but I diverted my wife due to the bad attitude she has. I tried to exhibit from her.